Today I'm going to be cooking some St. Louis style pork spare ribs. Got these from Bob's Family Butchers. Haven't done ribs in such a long time. If you haven't heard of or seen the Heath recipe for his ribs, highly recommend going and check it out. So let's get this cook started. So love these St. Louis ribs. Plenty of meat. Again, Bob's Family Butchers. If you've not gone and checked them out yet, I highly recommend you do. What we're going to do is just simply prep this up. I've fired up the Kamado Joe Big Joe 3, so that is well underway, and that gives us time then to get these prepped, get the rub sipping into it, and then get it on the barbecue. So what we're going to do with these today is, like I said, the Heath riles rub. We're just going to get rid of some of the moisture. Just look at the quality and the meat of that. We're going to get rid of the membrane at the back, and to do this you just need to grab like a piece of tissue, get a knife, just trim off some of the little flappy parts of the meat. Just get rid of some of that. And all you're going to do is take your knife, get it underneath the rib in a place where you can, just to kind of separate it ever so slightly. Give it a bit of a wiggle. And then once it's in, get your finger underneath it. Because once your finger's underneath, take your time not to break it. Sometimes these things come off dead easy, and sometimes you're peeling it off for about 20-30 minutes. So once you've got a good grip, get some tissue, and then all you're going to do is grip it and pull it all the way down. And then there's some hard fat on these ones, so we're just going to get the knife, get it underneath, and get rid of this fat. It's not going to render. And as I've got underneath it, I can see there's a little bit more of the membrane there. I'm not going to worry too much about that. A little thing I've been doing as well on the when I'm firing up the Kamado Joes is, instead of putting the tumbleweeds or the fire starters actually in within the charcoal, I'm banking my charcoal into it, and I'm putting the weeds or the fire cubes into the ashtray and letting it come up from there. So what we're going to just use a little binder, little barbecue sauce, bit of mustard. Just give it a little. This isn't going to do anything to the flavour. I've done this with barbecue, with mayonnaise, with mustard. We're putting mustard on these ribs. So I've done this with mustard, and I've done it without mustard. Leave that there. Doesn't do anything, it just helps the rub, flavour wise, it just helps the rub stick on it. So first of all, we're going to start with this, with the Heath riles garlic jalapeno rub. This gives it a nice fiery kick. This is actually my favourite way, absolute favourite way of doing ribs. So we're going to give this a mild coat. Depending on how warm you like things, I do like a bit of kick in my ribs. So we started off kind of a lightish layer of the garlic jalapeno. We're then going to follow it with a pecan rub. Make sure you're getting an even coating. So I like to kind of hold it slightly higher, just so I get a nice even coat. And then we're going to follow that with the Heath riles honey rub. Great colour and a great bit of sweetness behind it as well. So nice light application on the back. And then we're going to follow the same process, but in the meaty side. It's that horrible moment when you go into your cupboard and you realise you're running out of things. And this side of Christmas as well. It's like, you know, what's on my Christmas list is rubs, sauces, I'm actually loving the fact that I've got my garage open like this at the moment. I think it's been absolutely fantastic. Trying to do this is really windy out at the moment. So trying to do this while it's windy, I'd lose half of my rubs to the wind. So that's it. That's all seasoned up. That's ready to go on the Big Joe 3. Just going to catch a bit of seasoning off camera on the edge here. And yeah, we'll see you soon. So we've got the Joe up to temp. See the smoke rolling. Let's see me rolling, smoke rolling. Oh, there's another song there. Get this on, bunch it up. How you lay it's how it's going to cook. I should have really cut the end off here, but waste not, want not, and all that. So let's get this down. We'll come back in about 2 and a bit hours. So guys, it's about the only time you'll ever see me drink beer, and my new motto: it ain't grilling if you ain't drinking. Cheers. I'll be drunk after this one can. And this is it, worth the wait. Look how clean these bones are. Just come in straight out. Let's see if we can get a bigger one at the side. Give it a little twist. It's so hard. It's so hot. Bones just come out. I may have burnt my fingers, people, but now I get to do what every pitmaster enjoys the most, and that is chow down on these bad boys.